Greetings, love, and abundance, you guys. Y'all, it's been a really long time. I hope everyone is doing well. I owe y'all a YouTube video because I hit 800 subscribers. We hit 800 subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. To all my people that's new here, welcome. Pleasure hosting you here on this space. But to all my people who's really rocking with me, all these people who know me, trust and believe that I am going to be a lot more persistent and a lot more consistent when it comes to posting here on YouTube. I will not abandon y'all again, because I know I'll be posting and I'll be going ghost, and I'll be posting, I don't post for like a year, but I'm here to stay. So thank you guys for tuning in. Now, with all that being said, let's just talk, let's just flow. All right, so look, the difference between people who succeed, difference between dreamers and achievers, the only difference is consistency. The people who get what they want, the people who achieve their dreams, the people who maximize their reality and receive everything they've ever desired, all of their highest desires, are consistent. They are persistent in their duties. They follow through with their word. Everything they say that they're gonna do, they do it. Now, the dreamer thinks about it. The dreamer talks about it. The dreamer dreams about it, and that's cool. That's the first step. You got to have a vision to create something. You got to have a vision to see. You got to have a vision to be. But at the end of the day, you could either be stuck there dreaming, or you could be living it in your true reality. And once again, the difference between those levels of dreaming and being and becoming is consistency. And how do you leverage consistency? How does consistency even show up? Of course, we already know discipline, of course, motivation, inspiration, but what's the secret recipe? Is there a secret recipe? Is there a deeper knowing? Is there a deeper knowledge or intellect of consistency? What causes consistency? Let's break that down. I personally feel like consistency might be the product of one of two things. Number one being self-love. When you really love yourself and you want nothing but the best for yourself, you're not going to settle for anything less. And that means not doing things that you don't want to do. Now, it's a little bit of a contradiction because, you know, in order, they say, to get to the top, you got to do things that you don't want to do, and that's true. But it's a nuance behind that that really needs to be understood, because doing things that you don't want to do means, the sense that everybody thinks it means is like, even if you might not want to wake up 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and work out, that's just what you got to do that's what you got to do, right? But the nuance that I'm talking about is, if you say that you don't want to work a 9-to-5 job, you got to be committed to that and not sell yourself short and settle for what you don't want to do. If you don't want to be working until you 50, 60 years old, that's something that you don't want to do. So you got to respect yourself enough to hold to that and not do that. That's what I mean when I say you got to be willing to not do things that you don't want to do. We know that emotion is energy in motion, okay? And we as human beings, we operate through feeling, we operate through emotion. Everything is emotion, all right? So please excuse the noise in the background. We're going to continue regardless. But that energy in motion, that emotion is what fuels and powers the consistency. You pull the motivation not through podcasts. It's not the podcast. It's not eating healthy. It's not working out. That's not what's really driving you. That's not what's really motivating you. It's the feeling that it brings you. It's a natural release of dopamine, feeling accomplished within yourself, feeling good about yourself because you're doing things to better your life. You're doing things to take you one step closer to where you want to be. So that's where that true motivation comes from. That's the number one source that really drives consistency, because we all know that you got to be consistent, but a lot of people are not consistent. So we got to really break down, why is that? Why are people not consistent? They're not consistent because they're not devoted to themselves, because that's another thing. You got to be devoted. And that's another thing what I mean when I say you got to be willing to not do things that you don't want to do. Like, you cannot compromise on nothing. You can't compromise on yourself. You can't compromise on your dreams. You can't compromise for your goals. You can't take no for an answer. If what you want is true, if you believe that you could really have it, if you believe that that's a true reality that's worthy of you living it, you cannot settle for less. You cannot take no for an answer. And you got to be devoted to that until it becomes reality. And that devotion in and of itself, that power, that emotion, that energy in motion behind that devotion is what drives you to have the consistency to keep going and showing up every single day. Every single day. Every single day. I'm not saying one day you consistent and the next day you're not. That's what consistency implies. It means a consecutive input, a consecutive intention, a consecutive action, consecutive initiation. So yeah, y'all. You just have to be devoted to your cause You got to be devoted to what you want for yourself. And you can't settle for nothing more than that, nothing less than that. It's really the belief. It's self-belief. Self-belief is the key to everything. Self-belief is the key to consistency. Self-belief is the key to success. Self-belief is the key to making your dreams come true. Self-belief is the key to anything, because whatever you believe is true. That's karmic law. Even if you believe something that's not divinely true, even if you believe something that's not universally true, and your reality is true, and that's where delusion comes into play, because now you're living a lie. It's not in accordance with the source. It's not in accordance with the one truth, because you have the one objective universal truth, and then you have billions upon trillions objective truths, which is every individual cellular perspective, which is infinite. You can't even put a cap, you can't even put a measure on that. So there's that many subjective truths. So there's that many possibilities to be living in delusion. There's that many possibilities to not be embodying truth. So yeah, the number one thing to being consistent, the difference between the dreamer and the achiever, is belief in self. You can't tell me you believe in yourself if you're not being consistent. Why would I believe in you? I don't believe nobody who says that they believe in themselves if they're not consistently showing up every single day for what they want for themselves. And I mean every single day. I'm talking every single day. Not a day goes by where you don't do one thing to dedicate yourself to making yourself a better person the next day. Even if it's as simple as like going to sleep early. I'm not talking you gotta get up and run a marathon every single day. I'm not saying that. But no days living unconsciously. No days living ignorantly. Every single day is dedicated to being your best self. No days off whatsoever. You really bout what you say you are. And that's the embodiment of truth. That's the liberation of the false self and the welcoming and embracing and embodiment of authenticity. It all ties together. It's all one. It's all one. So the root of consistency is loving yourself. The root of consistency is believing in yourself. The root of consistency is embodying your highest, natural, most divine self, because consistency becomes everyday livity. Consistency becomes your reality. Success is a perspective. Your perspective of success is completely defined by you. You decide what you feel makes you successful, and that success comes from a feeling of fulfillment. So when you are consistently showing up for yourself, it don't even become about the end result. The end result is not even the main part of the journey. It's the feeling, how you feel about yourself. So it's like it's interchangeable. It feeds itself. The consistency feeds the fuel, the self-love, the self-belief, and the self-belief fuels the consistency. So it's like success becomes inevitable because you are one with your source. You are one with your internal source, your internal self. You are one with the divine creator. You are one with the natural karmic laws of the universe. Everything ties together, and that includes being successful in achieving and conquering your dreams. So I'm gonna leave that build there, not make it too complicated. Buli Budana, first video back. Expect to see my face more. Y'all gonna be hearing more of me. Y'all gonna be feeling more of me, and I'm going to be more consistent. Word is bond. Hold me to it. Every Friday. I'm recording this video on Friday. I might drop it today. We'll see, but yes, y'all will see. Peace, love, and light. Keep doing your thing. I believe in you. You need to believe in you. I know you believe in you. Great things are coming for you. Peace and love.